retailing's having such a rough ride. I mean, it's let's make no bones about it. It's tough being a retailer today. And so they are using more and more psychological tactics to get you to buy. If you're worried you spend too much money on impulse stuff, I want you to know that your phone, this thing here, is the enemy of your wallet when it comes to retail. Okay, how often do you see something that says, for special prices, give us your cell phone number? What's that about? Okay, they will give you discounts that will come to you by text, and that's why they want your phone number. But it's not for the discount. It's because they get you to buy things you wouldn't buy otherwise. Social media. You follow a company on social media, they got their claws in you, really into your wallet big time. Because all this is about creating sales purchase momentum. And it could be a brand you really like. I don't know anything about clothing brands, but so often it is in the clothing category where we have a wardrobe and they're just trying to get us to fill it in more. I haven't mentioned this in a long time, but I, in the past, have bought houses that were built a long time ago. I bought 2 houses that were built in the 1930s at different times. I lived in homes from that era. And both of them in the primary bedroom had a closet for a couple. There was no walk-in. You pulled the door, and there was one, what do you call the line? The rod. One rod, and it would hold maybe, 16 items of clothing. That was it. And people did just fine with 16 items of clothing. That was what they had. Today, people have storage units for all their excess clothing. I mean, we are clothes horses in the United States. And know that the spending you do, if you look at what you got already, think how many things you're not wearing, not using. So avoid the temptation, if you know that's who you are, of downloading the app from a retailer, especially a clothing one, or a manufacturer, a clothing manufacturer. Don't have it. Don't give them your cell phone number. Don't follow them anywhere. Because if you do, you have a natural affinity for clothing. You have a natural affinity for that brand. You're gonna spend more money.
What if you want discounts? I mean, I sign up for email lists because I'll get coupons. And then there's some brands I wouldn't buy without my discount.
Right. So, all right. So we're talking about this trade-off. So you got a 20% discount, but then you spent the other 80% that maybe would be better in your pocket.
True.
So this is the hard part with the bargains. The constant parade of sale, 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 sale. And you get this deal because you're on our mailing list. You get this deal because you follow us on social or whatever. Is that if you're saving 10, 20, even 50%, you're still taking real money out of your wallet and you're buying things. So if you really think about it and you got all these things that are far more clothing than you need, that you can't wear all of them, then maybe you want to give up that hook and not buy those items.
And then there's the whole, like, this many people are looking at this item right now, you'll see on a website, or there's only 2 left in this size.
Thank you for mentioning that, because that came from the airline industry. And retailers have very heavily adopted that over the last 2 years, that the airline industry has been able to get people to impulse buy a ticket because they'll say, only 1 seat left at this fair. Okay, so I don't know if you remember this. I did this experiment where I would take that seat, go to a private browsing session, and then I wouldn't finish the booking, but I'd take that seat and then I'd see what the fare would do. It would go up $10 or something like that. It was really just a sales technique to get people to make that purchase. So when you see one item left, two items left, maybe it is true. Maybe you have a hard to find size and they really only have that. But know that the principal purpose of that is to create that urgency to buy.
I'm a sucker.